Nationwide clashes in Egypt between police and Muslim Brotherhood supporters have left at least 13 people dead and over 50 wounded. The group, which backs the ousted President Morsi, was recently branded a terrorist network by the military-backed government. More details now from Beltru.
Well, these fierce clashes that have rocked the nation came after supporters of Mohamed Morsi called for protests in the lead up to a referendum on Egypt's new constitution on the 14th and 15th of January. Now, the Muslim Brotherhood and their supporters in the form of the Anti-Coup Alliance and those who support Mohamed Morsi are boycotting this referendum as they say the constitution is illegitimate, and they are escalating their demonstrations as they go through to the 14th and 15th of January. So Egypt is very much bracing itself for more violence. Now, several have already been shot dead today in Fayoum, in Suez, in also Cairo and Alexandria. A number of protesters and also students have been killed. Students here in Egypt are very much at the vanguard of the pro-Morsi movement. Their detentions and their killings are sparking the movement to keep going further. And people are very angry, or the Muslim Brotherhood as well are very angry, because the government has enforced a new draconian law, the protest law, which sees demonstrations have to get permission from police before they can go ahead. In addition, this was escalated on Christmas Day when the authorities decided to declare the Muslim Brotherhood a terrorist organisation. Anyone who helps the Muslim Brotherhood in their marches or even has literature supporting them could get a 5-year jail sentences. Organisers of these demonstrations could face execution. So there is a lot of anger on the streets on behalf of the supporters of Mohamed Morsi, who is going to trial on the 8th of January. So this is another event that's on the horizon, angering these protesters on the streets and making Egypt quite a volatile place. We really, with this constitutional referendum and also the trial on the horizon, we expect this to get worse in the coming days.
Political analyst Ivan Eland from the Peace and Liberty Centre in Washington believes that if the military government continues cracking down on Muslim protesters, Egypt won't see real democracy anytime soon.
Certainly the Muslim Brotherhood is no ideal group of people, but you know, they were elected by a majority of the Egyptian people. And if Egypt is to be moved to democracy, I think they'll probably have to be let to rule Egypt. But of course, they're not being allowed to rule, and the military has taken over. And the military seems harsher than even the Mubarak regime, which was in power before the Arab Spring started. So I don't see much public support in Egypt for the military government. There's a lot of dissent in Egypt that's bubbling under the surface. So I think the prospects for democracy in Egypt are virtually nil right now.